Alright, here at Walmart, gotta pick up a couple things before I go to Poker Palace. Meeting someone there early to eat, and then the 6:30 p.m. tournament. I have a feeling no one's gonna go. It's just usually what happens when you ask people to do something. A lot of people say, I don't know, or maybe even the people who say yeah usually don't show up. So I think I asked like 10 to 12 people directly, either via text or face-to-face. And then I also said in the videos, after a lot of people said they would go. So I mentioned it in one of those Utah videos that we were doing this Friday, September 19th, Poker Palace. We'll see how many people show up, if any. All right, at least one's here. He beat me here, got here, Poker Palace. I don't know if it says the words over there or anything, but eat first. Actually, maybe register for the tournament early. I thought there was some benefit to that last time. I don't really remember what it was, but eat, tournament in about 90 minutes. All right, here in this different room. I wasn't in this special seating room here last time at Poker Palace. I got, of course, the all-you-can-eat pasta, and also got an omelet, mostly to show you guys. Rich is here.
I had to get the T-bone because that's what I was recommended to get here.
Yeah, that's what I got last time. And they're closing so soon that they're running out of silverware. So Rick does have a steak knife of sorts, but he has a plastic fork.
I'm sure this will work.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. How'd you order it? I didn't even hear you order.
Medium rare.
Okay, let's see if it is.
Perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
Nice. Alright, I only got 60 minutes to eat as many of these as I could, so I gotta get going. Alright, I got my second plate of pasta, finished it. The plate's under here, finished the omelet, finished the hash browns, finished the bread. Rich got a doggy bag to-go box for his T-bone. And we are waiting for the bill, and then we're going to the tournament. There are actually people in that booth right over there who said, like, they needed to eat quickly because they were playing the poker tournament. I wonder if they heard about it on the channel. Rich thinks they did.
I'm sure they did.
We'll see them in a few minutes. We'll see how many people came here from my announcement in the video.
All of them. I'm sure it's all of them.
Well, they're gonna have... Last time they had 6 tables without me and Wes, so there are only 7. There are only 7 tables in the room, so I'm hoping we get so many that there's an alternate list. All right, we're on break of the tournament. First, I'll say the other things later, because Rich has around 9,000,
give or take.
I've around 9,000. I won the first hand, it's a pretty small pot. One other hand, I shoved ace high, got called by 8-7 and king 10, and my ace high held up. And that's been about it. You were a lot more active.
Yeah, first hand I won, I shoved all in with pocket 4s, and the guy showed me a deuce. So I flipped over one of my 4s, and he snap called. Yeah, so that's pretty much the funniest hand I played. But the entire table is nutty.
Yeah, we're on different tables. The big intellectual, if you ever see a comment from him, he's in there. Noah from Maine is in there. He's on my table.
Tall guy you were talking to?
Yeah, and Noah's friend was an alternate. They kept one table closed to open a cash game immediately, which they did not do 2 weeks ago. So we were only on 5 tables, we were full. Noah's friend was an alternate and never got a seat because people just rebuy. They don't actually really leave. One guy on Rich's table did leave.
He did, yeah.
After a lot of rebuys.
Yeah, about 10 hands in a row, all in the dark, every hand, lost every single one.
And then, but yeah, Noah's friend just sat in the cash game. I think he's just gonna stay there, but.
I can't wait to get to the cash game.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to pump these chips until I get to the cash game.
See you in there.
You were like, this is poker after poker back in like 2002 or some shit.
Yeah, it's like going back in time. We had a hand at my table, all in with, here's some pictures, all in, top 2 versus top and bottom versus top pair no kicker, and of course top and bottom river to poke.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, you got more stuff to do?
Not really.
Okay.
Well, that was fantastic. So chipped up a little after I talked to you last. Picked up queens. I was probably shoving over all the limps. I was in the big, probably shoving anyway with anything decent. Picked up queens, picked up a lot of dead money. Next hand raised, took it down. A few hands later, won an all in. I raised to 2.5x. A guy called, it was like 2/3 of his stack, so I was shoving every flop. He flopped a draw, I had high card, and I held. Eventually got some, got one timely walk, although one time it was the opposite. Blinds were going up pretty slowly, and then they went from 2,000, 4,000 to 4,000, 8,000. And I got hit with the 8,000 big, 4,000 small as soon as we got to that level, which took away like 60% of my stack. But I was down after that to 7,500 with a big blind of 8. And it was just like, all right. I wasn't just like handing it away in the big blind. A guy raised in the, when I was the big, and 8,000 of my like 19,500 were out there. So I didn't just get it in with King 4. I waited as long as I could, got Ace King, more than doubled up, and then got a walk next orbit, which was fortuitous. And then this was, I tried to get a good picture here. We got down to 11, so the whole tournament is 9-handed until the final table. The final table is 10-handed. When we got to 11, the floor came around with this, it looked like a water gun, and it blows bubbles because you're on the bubble of the final table. I wasn't ready for that, which this place is great anyway. That just made it so much better. I tried to get a picture. Most of the bubbles were gone by the time I got my phone out and took a picture, but yeah, we were showered with bubbles at that point. Then at the final table, yeah, so here's the thing. We started on 5 tables and they were full. So that's 45 seats. And like there are so many rebuys. I'm thinking, you know, there could be like 90, 100 entries. If there's 90 entries, they might be paying like 15. So we got down to the final 2 tables and like we're losing people. So I'm like, are like 15 spots getting paid and like we're sitting on 16 now? I have no idea what's going on because the monitor says nothing about payouts the entire time. So I asked the dealer, no one gets paid before the final table. You get down to the final table, the final 10, doesn't matter how many entries there are, and then they give you this piece of paper. Here's this piece of paper, and it tells you the chop value for every number of players possible, and it tells you how many they're paying out. They were paying out 5, which is like really, really top heavy, which, yeah, that's fine, whatever. I was only in for 30 bucks, the buy-in and the add-on. But it just seemed like there very well could have been 100 entries, and like paying 5 out of 100 entries is awesome, and it doesn't happen anywhere else. So we got down to the final table. One guy did not want to chop. The 3-seat did not want to chop, so that's it. Until someone gets eliminated, you can't bring it up again. Big Intellectual got all in on the first hand. The 3-seat knocked him out. Then we got down to 9. Then someone asked, do you want to chop now? At that point, the 3-seat said he was willing to. For some reason, people thought the 1-seat, the short stack, didn't want to. I don't know why he wouldn't want to. He had like half a big blind, very little chance of getting back into the game. And if he chopped, he stood to win to profit $100, even if he's in for 4 buy-ins. Like, why wouldn't he want to chop? Like, I don't know who said that, and I don't know why that person thought that. But we played like one more hand, and then someone said, wait, he doesn't want to chop? That doesn't make any sense. And then he said, yeah, I'll chop, that's fine. So then we chopped 9-handed. We got 184 each pre-tip. And shout out to Mike, who I just saw him walk by over there. Mike the dealer, he's seen some of the videos. So yeah, thanks to everyone who came out. Rich came out, Big Intellectual, Noah. He doesn't live in Maine, but if you see him leave a comment, it'll say Noah in Maine, Noah from Maine. And his friend from Maryland, who was in Planet Hollywood a few days ago. He was an alternate and he decided to only play cash, Noah's friend. But yeah, we got a decent turnout, better than 2 weeks ago when it was just Wes and myself. So yeah, that was fun. Not gonna stick around and play cash. 3 games are going right now, at least 3. For one, winning, you know, chopping, played over 3 hours already. I want to go to the weight room before it gets ridiculously late. And everyone else is gone. Rich left, Big Intellectual left, Noah left, Noah's friend left. So, if like everyone was still here, I would jump in the table with everybody. But everyone's gone, and it's after 10, and I'm not even on the strip near the weight room yet. So that was fun. They do close on September 29th. Could very well be here a week from today, Friday the 26th. I don't work on Fridays, and that is the last Friday for Poker Palace. Asked around in there also a little more. New owners. So even though the whole place is called Poker Palace, new owners are buying it, so they're going to shut it down, renovate it, reopen. It's probably not going to have poker. Talked to a waiter in there. He said everyone got fired. They're bringing in totally new people. Everyone's going to be new. So it just sounds like very unlikely they still have poker here. At that point, you got to change the name, I imagine. Also, but the floor said they're looking for another location, like the poker room. Imagine it's like kind of separate. Imagine it's like I don't know, like a tenant of the casino. The poker room wants to continue somewhere, and they're looking for another location to run these tournaments that they run and these cash games that they run. So he said maybe by next week he'll have an answer if they find another place to operate, but it's very, very unlikely that it's gonna continue when Poker Palace here gets remodeled and reopens. But anyway, just passing on the information, and yeah, see everyone in the next video. And remember, rice is a spoon food.